Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel here on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. So it's Monday. It's Thanksgiving Monday here in Canada, and so happy. The party goes on. you know, Canada long weekends are fucking awesome, from what I hear. Um, but it's on Mondays. I like to tell a story from the donut shop. Now, I'm getting the sense that this may be my last entry for a while in the series. I've been doing a donut shop story every day for 10, 10 weeks now, and I have 10 videos up. So I'm kind of the stories. I kind of got to think about them more, and there's a couple. I got to get the details on the roast beef on a Kaiser story from Jeff Anderson, because I don't want to leave out anything cool. I barely remember that one, but I know it was really funny. But there was a few moments at the donut shop, like I've said in a lot of these videos, that kind of impacted me in a strange way. Like the schizophrenic woman coming in and yelling at herself. Having beer bottles thrown at me, having just the placement of the shop. It was like it was right between two biker bars. Now, one of them was across the road by the other donut shop, and the other donut shop was way more popular than we were. So, they'd get most of their crowd, but we had a bar called O'Toole's. I guess that was a franchise. I never knew that, but and it was in this kind of like a Canadian Tire Plaza, one of those things, and on Kerr Street, and the stuff I saw, like, go, like it was a total crazy ass biker bar, I saw a guy ride his motorcycle up the steps. It was like on the second floor of this building. I saw a guy ride his Harley up the steps one night, or try to anyway, because the cops were there. So, numerous drug busts. Like I said, cocaine was real big in the late '80s, early '90s. It still is. It's just the world's crazy for cocaine. you know. But yeah, I saw a lot of drug busts. People lined up against the wall, cop cars everywhere. Crazy shit, man. And but my time at the donut shop at the time, I was, like I said, I was 20, 21. And I want to correct myself on every time I've said 1989 in these videos. I've meant 1990, because I worked there from 1990 to 1991. So it's just my brain slipping. But it impacted me so hard right before, like it was like leaving Oakville. My life in Oakville was pretty lousy in lots of ways, and this job was definitely one of the lousier parts of my time in Oakville. And I left on that note, only to come to Peterborough, which was like moving to the first couple of years I lived here. It was like heaven. It was just like I thought I'd moved to heaven. And but it impacted me really hard. Like it flipped my nights, or like my night sleep schedule around. Like I was a nighttime person for the most part. After that, for a while, it it made me feel more fucked up about people, feel more fucked up about people who try to take advantage of you and stuff like that. Um, it kind of it was kind of one of those, like, fuck this, I'm not taking any shit anymore kind of jobs. It was a little bit life changing. And a lot of it really impacted me. Now, when I first moved to Peterborough, I was one of the things I did was I used to write a lot of plays, and I just kind of stopped doing it. I don't know why I stopped. The theater community here isn't nothing like it was back in the '90s, so maybe that's why. I don't know, but. Anyway, the second play I ever wrote, which was called Insurrection, which was, I'm not sure why I chose that title. It had nothing to do with an insurrection. um, but it was a play based upon, like, work stories and little snippets of life that I'd experienced thus far. And when I write theater, I write it in a very surreal, kind of like anti-art kind of fashion, you know. Um, Anyhow, so I'm telling you that to tell you this. One night at the donut shop, it was about 3 a.m. That's when all the weird shit happened. It was like around the weird hours at night. Um, and these two guys came in. Now, one of them was kind of tall and bald, and the other one was shorter, had really buggy eyes, um, weathered skin, and kind of hair like mine. Um, and they came in and the older guy did the talking. And he ordered a couple coffees. Nothing wrong here, people, and paid for them and began to leave. Still nothing wrong here, but then his friend, who hadn't done any talking so far, kind of got in close to me, or got, like, moved closer and, like, was staring me down. He's like, "You ever been to war? You ever been to war, kid?" I can't make it as intense as it was. But he went on this whole thing about how they treat you like a dog, and have you ever been a dog? And he started making dog noises and stuff. Like, it was fucking trippy as fuck. Like, I don't know if I guess the guy was an ex-vet, or not an ex-vet, was a veteran of something. And he was just into freaking guys out like that. I don't know. But that was a night that impacted me. I didn't forget about that. I haven't yet. I haven't forgot about it still. um, I've forgotten little details of it, I guess. But when I moved to Peterborough, I started writing really hard, really hard. Um, I wanted to write a book or a play about the donut shop. And I only managed to squeeze in that one little scene of this guy talking to me like that. And I had my actor bound by duct tape up on one of the pillars going through the theater. We had all these pillars in the theater on stuff in the room. I had him bound up there, and he was like about 3-4 feet off the ground at least, tied up by duct tape, and given this monologue that I'd written that was pretty close to the speech that the guy at the donut shop gave me. I don't have the script of the play at hand. I can see the flyer from when it was. I put it on in 1993 or 1992, probably 1993, and it got put on again at the Theater on King, directed by Ryan Kerr, uh, in oh golly, 2017, 2018, something like that. I'm looking at the flyer. I can't even read any words on it because my eyesight's so bad. But yeah, it was cool going and seeing my play with the donut shop scene, you know, in a different way than I saw it when I directed it. You know, it was real cool. But yeah, in a nutshell, that was my life at the donut shop, pretty much. Um, if you go back and listen to the stories in this playlist, they're almost in chronological. I think they're actually in chronological order. Um, I know one of them I added late to the playlist, but it's actually the last story I wanted to tell, about the Toronto Star strike. I did it when it came to mind, and I had to do it. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to hear more about the donut shop. Uh, Go back to the playlist, hit play on the first video, and let it run through, and you can essentially hear about what life as a donut shop night manager in 1990 was like. And yeah, so that's about it for that. I guess that's going to be my last episode of Donut Shop Stories for a while. I just have to I'll tell more stories. I just have to let more percolate through my uh, much abused brain. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry there's no harmonica or nothing in this video, just me yakking. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, as life goes on, life goes on. All of that happened more than, I've lived a lifetime since that all happened. That happened when I was 20. And I'm 51 now. It happened when I was 20, 21. So it happened like 30 years ago. That's crazy to think about. But it is what it is. Anyhow, thanks for all the folks who've wished me happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving can be any time, and I'm very grateful for everybody who watches and supports the Dirty Pat Walsh channel here on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. Yeah, so no more Donut Shop Mondays, no more Tremolo Tuesdays. Guess I'm gonna have to think of something else to talk about. um, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. People who used to know me, a lot of people who used to know me or know me, um, are watching the channel now. So maybe you can bring something up about something that happened, and we can talk about it here on the Dirty Pat Walsh channel. All right. Be well, everybody. Stay free. Have an awesome, awesome Thanksgiving Sunday. Bye now.